This is going to be a Beast Mastery Pack Leader quick guide for the War Within Season 1. I do want to say Pack Leader is not the absolute biz and best hero talent to go for. Dark Ranger is, and I have done a guide for that in the playlist on my channel in my quick guides. However, it is a really fun hero talent to play, and it's a lot better for open world, low Mythic Plus, and for the more kind of casual player, if you will. So we're going to just jump straight in with the set bonus here. Barbed Shot further increases your pet's attack speed, and your pet's attacks have a chance to increase all pet damage dealt. So very simple there. What is Barbed Shot? That is this one here. Basically, you fire it on your enemy, and it can stack up to 3 times. It's going to regenerate some focus, which is a resource, and increase your pet's attack speed. So you can see I've got 2 stacks of Frenzy, and for every Barbed Shot we spend, we get an extra stack of that up to 3. So TLDR, keep up 3... Oh, wrong button. Keep up 3 stacks of your Barbed Shot on your pets at all times. Next up we're going to use is Dire Beast. Summons a powerful wild beast that attacks a target, increasing your haste and generates a bit of focus. Use that on cooldown. It's only every 20 seconds. Then use your kill command just before you use your Call of the Wild. Basically, giving your pet the command to kill with 2 charges, doing a lot of damage. Then use your Call of the Wild, where we're going to be, as you can see here, calling in pets from our stables to attack our enemy. And every time they actually attack, it's going to reduce the cooldown of both our Barbed Shot and Kill Command. So do try and keep your Kill Command kind of off cooldown, or on cooldown, should I say, before you use Call of the Wild, just because it helps not kind of overcap on your Kill Command and waste stacks. Then we've got Bestial Wrath, basically doing turning your pets into bloodthirsty savages, into a rage and increasing all damage you both deal. And its remaining cooldown is reduced by Barbed Shot. So you can see here the cooldown. Watch when I use Barbed Shot. Cooldown goes down massively when I use it. Then we're going to use any remaining Kill Command charges. By the way, use your Barbed Shot when you see this proc here. It's from this here, Furious Assault, where it basically just the cooldowns reset and does more damage. Then we're going to use Kill Shot. So basically, this adds Serpent Sting. You can only use it to low health targets, but when you do use Kill Shot, it will add a dot of poison damage. Dot is damage over time for 18 seconds, called Serpent Sting. So use your Kill Shot there to keep up Serpent Sting whenever possible. Use any remaining charge as a Barbed Shot. Then use your Cobra Shot if Bestial Wrath is up. If it's not, move on to Explosive Shot. Just doing an explosion shot, basically. Use any Kill Command, even if your Serpent Sting is already up. And then use Cobra Shot as a filler, costing 35 focus. Or in AoE, use Multi-Shot for multiple targets. So again, Barbed Shot, keep up your frenzy charges on your pets. Use Dire Beast on cooldown, use Kill Command just before Call of the Wild, use Bestial Wrath, then use any remaining charges you've got of Kill Command, use your procs on Barbed Shot, use Kill Shot to keep up Serpent Sting, use any remaining Barbed Shot charges, then use your Cobra Shot if Bestial Wrath is up. If not, use Explosive Shot, use any Kill Commands you can, even if Serpent Sting is already up, and then use Cobra Shot or Multi-Shot as your focus dump. And that is pretty much the main rotation. We've got Primal Rage here as your Bloodlust. Keep up Hunter's Mark before you go into combat. This is going to basically mean everyone does more damage to the target when the target is above 80% health. We can then use Exhilaration or Survival of the Fittest to reduce how much damage we take. Aspect of the Turtle deflects all attacks and reduces damage you take again. And then Aspect of the Cheetah is a movement speed increase spell. And those are the main ones I really think you need to know about. Looking at the hero talents as a pack leader, first one is Vicious Hunt. Kill Command prepares you to viciously attack in coordination, basically meaning an additional amount of damage is done with your next Kill Command. Your pet does more damage. Your pet does more damage. Your pet does more damage. Furious Assault, which I explained, is actually from the hero talents. Kill Shot deals more damage and increases the bleed damage you both deal. Kill Command increases the duration of Beast Cleave, which is this here, basically where your pet does damage to other enemies after using Multi-Shot. TLDR, the pack leader hero talents aren't that exciting. They basically just make your pets do more damage, basically. Vicious Hunt and Pack Coordination now stack and apply twice and are always active during Call of the Wild as well. Again, increasing that cooldown we have. And that is pretty much it for Beast Mastery. Do check out the playlist you see here, as I have done a quick guide for Dark Ranger as well, which is the kind of more meta or min-maxing kind of build for Beast Mastery Hunter this season. You can also check out in the description my Patreon, where you can get access to LVUI profiles, macros, and also access to me in Discord, where we can give you priority one-on-one support for any spec you may need. So for this build, we are going with Pack Leader. Pack leaders have formed a deep bond and trust of their animal companions. It's a really cool hero talent. I quite like it. We start off with the Keystone talent, which is Vicious Hunt. Kill Command prepares you to viciously attack in coordination with your pet, dealing an additional amount of damage with your next Kill Command. Okay, cool. Then we're going to go down the left side first. So Pack Coordination. Attacking with Vicious Hunt instructs your pet to strike with their basic attack alongside your next Barbed Shot. So basically it's adding some more damage into your Barbed Shot, basically. Den Recovery. Aspect of the Turtle, Survival of the Fittest, and Mend Pet. Heal the target for 20% of maximum health over 4 seconds. Duration is increased by 1 second when healing a target under 50% maximum health. So just some useful kind of quality of life and utility there. Then we have two options: Scattered Prey, where multi-shot increases the damage of your next multi-shot, or Covering Fire, Kill Command increases the duration of Beast Cleave. Depends on how many targets and if you're using multi-shot or not. Howl of the Pack. Your pet's basic attack, critical strikes, increase your critical strike by 3% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Tireless Hunt versus Cornered Prey. Aspect of the cheetah now increases movement speed by 15% for another 8 seconds. Fantastic for extra movement there. Or Disengage increases the range of all your attacks by 5 yards by 5 seconds. It's called Cornered Prey, and that really is why it's called that. So imagine you're disengaging. You're obviously trying to get away from, whoever, whatever. And therefore you can then attack from further away, meaning the time they're going to take to get back to you, you can actually attack for longer in that distance. So it's really up to you what you kind of need in your situation for that talent. Cull the Herd. Kill shot deals an additional 30% damage over 6 seconds and increases the bleed damage you and your pet deal. Then we've got Wild Attacks. Every third pet basic attack is guaranteed critical. So pets do more damage, with damage further increased by critical strike chance. Frenzied Tear. Your pet's basic attack has a 20% chance to reset the cooldown and cause Kill Command to strike a second time for a smaller amount of damage. And lastly, Furious Assault and Beast of Opportunity. Furious Assault, consuming Frenzied Tear, has a 50% chance to reset the cooldown of Barbed Shot and it will deal more damage. Or Bestial Wrath calls on the pack, summoning a pet from your stable for 6 seconds. Lastly, Pack Assault, Vicious Hunt, and Pack Coordination now stack and apply twice, and are always active during your Call of the Wild cooldown. Really, it doesn't change a lot with Pack Leader, but it does enhance kind of how you and your pet, actually kind of work together to deal damage, which I do quite like. So, it's not overbearing, but yeah, I quite like Pack Leader. And of course, that is the build we are going to be taking in this guide. Finally, we're going to look at the consumables and enchants, etc. that we're using. So in the War Within, a few things have changed. Nerubian Gem Weavers. These are the new things you get in the weekly vault that you can add sockets to your gear with. So you're going to get them on the head, the wrist, and the waist. Or at least that's where you can use them, should I say. You'll also notice these magnificent jeweler's settings. Basically, you can now add 2 sockets to your neck and 2 to each ring, rather than just adding 3 sockets to a neck. So 2 on the neck, 2 on the ring, 2 on the ring. Chant of Winged Grace gives avoidance and takes away some full damage on your cloak. On your chest is Crystalline Radiance, giving you, primary stat, Chant of Armored Avoidance gives you some avoidance. Going to put an armor kit on our legs. Defender's March or Scout's March. It's up to you which one you go for here. I like Scout's March as it gives speed, so you can get around quicker and a bit more mobility. Critical Strike is generally the best enchant for the rings, but if you are simulating, do be careful to check which is the best secondary stat for you, and the Authority of Radiant Power is going to be on your weapon enchant. Basically, dealing damage has a chance chance to smite your enemy with radiant power, and then also massively increase your primary stat as well. And that is what that weapon enchant will do. Then looking at the actual consumables, I would just say to go for the Flask of Tempered Versatility, because it's a very general flask like we did in Dragonflight. Same in the War Within. You can just use that to get more versatility. Feast of the Divine Day, pretty obvious on why we're using a feast. Tempered Potion, this is really interesting. This is actually going to increase all your other secondary stats that you're not using on your flask. Algari Healing Potion is the healing potion for the War Within. Algari Mana Oil, again, adding haste and crit, I think it is, off the top of my head. I filmed so many of these, I'm like, is that what it is? It is, on the Mana Oil for your weapon. And if you are using an Augment rune, these are called Crystallized Augment runes. This just gives you a bit more primary stat, but are generally very expensive. And then Sockets, Culminating Blasphemite. Basically, it adds primary stat, and it's also going to add 0.15% critical effect, not chance, but effect, per colour gem you have. So if you're using a ruby, an onyx, a sapphire, and an emerald, it's 4 times 15, so you're going to get 0.60%, so 0.660, not 60%, 0.60% increased critical effect. If you're only using rubies, you're only going to get 0.15%. Hopefully that makes sense. Once you've used one of each colour, feel free to go ham, depending on what you need for your character, if you're simming, etc., or based off the stat priority I showed earlier, depending if you're a beginner or not, for the rest of the gems. But on your first 4 gem sockets, do try and get one of each colour for your Culminating Blasphemite. And that is pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I am trying to do as many specs as I can for the kind of alternative hero talent build, if you will. And remember, it is going to be in the pinned comment for you if you would like it for this spec. I would kindly ask that you do at least consider looking at my Patreon, as that is the main way to support me as a creator. I do try and do every spec as soon as possible, meaning that I hardly get to actually play the game on release because I'm busy doing these videos. So if you would like to support it, it would be absolutely massively appreciated by me. You can also get LVUI profiles, macros, and any support from me as a Patreon member in the Discord as well, should you need it, and that can be one-on-one. And you can check out this playlist here to see all of my PvE guides for Season 1 of The War Within. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you liked the video.